Good day, everyone. If you can hear me, I want you to confirm. Can you hear me loud and clear? You're welcome to today's live stream. You're welcome. Confirm you can hear me loud and clear. Confirm you can hear me loud and clear. Confirm you can hear me loud and clear. How has been trading this week? I hope it's been profitable. I hope trading has been profitable this week. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Confirm you can hear me. Welcome. Please, if you have any question or you have any pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. You're welcome. So we'll go straight to business. So we'll start by looking at Forex Factory, and after that we'll look at DXY and also yen baskets. Okay. Please confirm you can see my screen. Confirm you can see my screen. Confirm you can see my screen. So today is January 21st, 2026, and we have just three major news for today. One is from Great Britain pounds, and CPI data was released 8 a.m. Nigerian time, and it was positive for Great Britain pounds. So we should expect Great Britain pounds to be bullish today. We should expect Great Britain pounds to be bullish today. And World Economic Forum annual meetings will hold today. It's going to hold today, okay, and by 20, President Trump will be speaking. President Trump will be speaking. So these are the high impact news that we have for today. You have to be very conservative when Trump wants to speak. When Trump has a speech to give, you have to be very conservative. Okay, don't over leverage. Don't take unnecessary risk today. If you're considering trading the dollar pairs, you can consider trading cross currency pairs or JPY pairs. Avoid United States dollar today. Okay, if you can, do avoid it until Trump gives a speech. Okay, that is what I would suggest. Okay, so let's move on to DXY. So this is what we have on DXY. So let's start with the weekly. Let's see what's happening on the weekly. So on the weekly time frame, what can we see here on the weekly time frame? We can see that a fair value gap was created here on the weekly time frame, and price has pulled back. I think that fair value gap has been filled. You can see that fair value gap has been filled, and we can see that there's rejection from that zone. Okay, this fair value gap has been filled. Okay, and if you apply your Fibonacci, from the swing low to the swing high, price is currently at a discount area. So we should expect a buy from this zone. Okay. Price at a discount, and at a discount you don't sell. At a discount you don't sell, you look for buy. So price has pulled back to a discount area. So the best is to look for buy opportunity. Okay. So you can see on daily also, we had this fair value gap here on the daily time frame, this fair value gap. That gap has been filled. We also had this resistance on support. We also had this resistance on support. Price came back to test that area also. There's a strong rejection from there. So it's most likely dollar will be bullish today, and if dollar will be bullish today, probably might come sweep the liquidity. Remember, our target for dollar this week still remains this fair value gap. So that's my expectation for the dollar. So the first target on the dollar would be this relative equal high. That would be the first target for the dollar. Okay. So that's my take on the dollar. I'm still bullish on the dollar. I'm still bullish on the dollar. But if dollar breaks this low, then we should expect more sales on the dollar. Okay. If dollar closes below the low of this candle, we should expect more sales on the dollar. Okay. But with what I'm seeing on the chart right now, dollar is supposed to buy, supposed to go bullish. Dollar is supposed to go bullish. Okay, so let's look at yen basket. Yen basket. Let's start. Let me see the weekly time frame. Okay, so last week candle closed as a doji. And after the close of last week candle, let's see what we had on the daily. Okay. So we had this pattern last week. Price has pulled back to premium, but also there was a pullback to this. You can see, and you can see that the structure we have on the daily time frame. You can see that the structure we have on the daily time frame is a bearish structure. So I feel yen basket, yen is still bearish. You can see the structure we have, it's still a bearish structure. It's forming a series of, you can see, of lower high, lower low. It's low, so you can see the forming series of lower high and lower low, indicating that the trend is bearish. Okay, it is bearish. So price came pulled back, test fill this value gap, and so I believe yen basket is still bearish. Yen basket is still bearish. Yen basket is still bearish. It is still bearish. It is still bearish. Probably they want to come and sweep the liquidity residing at this relative equal high. Or probably they want to come and retest this fair value gap. Okay, so should we look sales from these zones? Okay, this would be a very good area to consider selling yen basket. Yen is still very bearish. If you have any question or pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. So let's go to the chart. Okay, so let's start by looking at GBP USD. GBP/US gave us a bullish bias, but price is at a premium area. This bullish bias we have here, it was at this point it gave us the bias. That was on Monday. After the close of Monday candle, that was when we had this bullish bias. And you can see after the close of the Monday candle, it has done over close to 70 pips. You can see that. And right now, price is at a premium area. And that premium area, we do not. This is where you should have bought. After the close of Monday candle, this is where you should have bought. So if you have missed this move, you cannot buy from the current market price because price is at a premium area. And at a premium area, we look for opportunity to sell. At premium, we look for opportunity to sell. So my bias for GBP/USD today is bearish. My bias for GBP/USD today is what? Bearish. Okay, bearish. Bearish. That's my bias for Euro USD. You can see we had a shift in market structure here. We had a shift in market structure here. Price pulled back. If we apply a Fibonacci, from this swing high to this swing low, you can see that price pulled back to a premium area. Price is currently at a premium area, so we should expect sales on GBP/USD. Technically, GBP/USD is supposed to sell. Technically, GBP/USD is supposed to sell. But remember, we are expecting some major news later today, so that could also influence price action. Okay, so that's it for for GBP/USD. Euro USD should also be bearish because it's positively correlated with GBP/USD. So you can see this bullish bias. This was on Monday. After the close of that Monday candle, we had the bias to buy on Monday. And what happened if you had bought on Tuesday? You would have made over 126 pips. So if you didn't buy on Monday, when we got the signal to buy, you cannot buy right now because price is currently at a premium area. You can see the zone where price is. Price is currently at a premium area. So you don't buy at premium, you sell at premium. Okay. So if you apply a Fibonacci also from this swing high to this swing low, okay, you can see that price is at a premium. Okay, what we've done is to ensure that you don't have to be plotting all this Fibonacci tool. Okay, you don't have to be plotting. We've programmed all this on the software, so it just tells you where price is, premium or discount. So you don't have to be doing all this manual plotting on the chart. That's the advantage of using the software. Okay. The software shows you this is the opening price for the day. This is the opening price of the day. This is the average price of the day. These are entry levels. You have everything plotted on the chart. Okay, so Euro USD is bearish. Euro USD is bearish. I'm looking for opportunity to buy Euro USD. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. So where would I be considering selling Euro USD today? I want them to come and sweep this high, I want them to sweep this high. Okay, let's see if they have filled this fair value gap. Okay, so this is where I would be considering selling Euro USD. This fair value gap, or these are the two areas I would be considering selling Euro USD today. So I want to see price pull back into this zone. Okay. I wanted to pull back into this zone, either this zone or this zone before I go bearish. That's my take on Euro USD. Okay, someone said gold. Okay, let's look at gold. Gold, where is gold? Okay, gold. gold. So gold is bullish. Gold gave this bullish bias several days ago. Okay, you can see this is where the bullish bias started from. The buy on gold. This is where it started from. This bias you see here, it started from this point. So if you didn't buy gold from this point, you cannot buy gold from the point market price. This is where you should have bought gold. And if you had bought from this point, you would have made over 2,890 pips, close to it. That's about 2,000 pips. That's what you would have made if you had entered early from this point. You would have made over 2,900 pips on gold. Now, if you didn't buy from this point, you have no reason buying from this point. As you can see, price is at a premium area. Price is at a premium area, and at premium area, you do not buy. You do not buy. This is where you should have bought. So if you have missed the buy, expect a strong retracement. Okay, expect a strong retracement before you buy. Ensure that price goes into a discount area before you look for your buy. Okay, ensure that price pulls back to a discount area, so a discount zone before you buy. So for today, my bias for gold is bearish. My bias for gold is bearish. So if you want to sell today, you can wait for price to close below the opening of today's candle. Okay, if you want to sell, wait. You can see the pattern that we have here. We already have, this is a shooting star. This is a shooting star, which indicates change in trend from bullish to bearish. Okay, from bullish to bearish. Now let's go to 1 hour. Okay, let's say 15 minutes. I think there's a fair value gap it wants to fill. So you can see this fair value gap it's created here. Okay, that gap has not been filled completely. So probably they want to fill this fair value gap. So if you are considering selling gold, wait for a candle to close below the anchor price, which is the opening price for the day, or wait for price to pull back to sweep the liquidity residing at this previous high before you sell. Because if you go down to 5 minutes after, there's still a fair value gap. See this fair value gap here? This will be a very good area to consider selling gold. Wait for price to pull back to this fair value gap. This fair value gap. Okay, before you sell gold. Wait for price to pull back to this area. This is where you should be looking for your sales in gold. This high here will be swept to be used as liquidity. So wait for them to sweep this high. I think this is high of Asian session. Okay, so wait for them to sweep that high before you sell. That's my take on gold. I am bearish on gold today. I am bearish on gold today. So let's look at USJPY. USJPY has been in a range. It has been in a range. But let's start with let's see what we have on the weekly time frame. So last week candle closed as a doji. Last week candle closed as a doji, and after the close of last week candle, let's see the pattern we had on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, this was what we had last week. Okay, you can see we had this, and we had this resistance. See this zone, this resistance, which has become a support. Price pulled back. This is like a break and retest. This is like a break and retest for those of you trade resistance and support. When price breaks out from a resistance, it's expected to pull back to that support. And I think that's what has played out on USDJPY. It has pulled back to this support. And you can see after it's pulled out to that support, you can see patterns that we have at that support. This is an hammer, and also yesterday candle closed as a bullish spinning bottom. This indicates a change in trend from bearish to bullish. That's what I see playing out on USDJPY. USDJPY. And you can see that the structure we have on USDJPY, it's been bullish. You can see the structure we have on GBPJPY, it's been bullish. It's been forming series of higher low and higher high. That's what we have on. You can see it's been forming series of higher highs and higher lows. So it's a bullish structure. It's a bullish structure. This gap, I don't think this gap has been filled. It's most likely USDJPY will fill this gap. Okay, this high, because most retail traders have executed sell and their stop losses will be residing at this high, there's a high probability they want to sweep this high before pushing price down. That's what I think will play out on USD JPY. That's what is likely going to play out on USD JPY. Please give the video a thumbs up if you haven't done that, and if it's your first time joining the live stream, do subscribe to the channel so that anytime I come on live, you get notification from YouTube. Thanks for joining. Any other question? Any other question? Okay, let's look at GJ. GJ, let's start with the weekly time frame. Let's start with the weekly time frame. For those of you who placed requests for the software, please, it will take maximum of 24 hours to get it activated. Maximum of 24 hours. So please be patient with us. Be patient with us. Okay. So GJ also as a shooting star last week, which indicates change in trend from bullish to bearish. Okay, bullish to bearish shooting star. Then after the close of last week candle, what pattern do we have on the daily time frame? So you can see on the daily time frame, we had this zone on the daily time frame. Okay, so on Monday, price pulled back. You can see price pulled back to this discount area. You can see price pulled back to this discount area, and our software gave us a buy setup on Monday. After the close of Monday candle, we had a bullish setup on. Should have bought on Tuesday. I missed this move. Should have bought on Tuesday, and if you had bought on Tuesday, you would have made over close to 140 pips, 140 pips. So if you have missed this move, you shouldn't look for, you shouldn't buy right now. But right now, price is at premium also. Price at premium, which indicates that it's going to sell. It's going to sell. So as you can see, it is bearish at the moment, but what is it aiming for? You can see now we have our low, swing low, we have a swing high. So we want to see price pull back to a discount area. So if you want to buy, wait for price to pull back to a discount area. Once it gets to a discount area, this zone will change, okay? This will change to discount, and that will be the best time to look for your buys. Like we have this, what's it called? We have this fair value gap at a discount. So this is where you should be considering looking for your buys, okay? You can see it's approaching our entry level 1 and entry level 2. Okay, these are the areas, these are the levels you should be looking for your buys. Entry level 1 or entry level 2. Any question? Any question? Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? I think we've analyzed the most traded pairs. Is there any other pair you're looking at you want me to analyze? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Any question? Any question? Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? Any question? Morning, Clement. Good morning, Mr. Peps. To Sibo. Good morning. If you have any question, those of you that have the software, please ensure you participate in the evening classes. Ensure you, anytime we call for meetings, please do show up for the classes. Do show up for the classes, please. It's very important. Okay. Show up for the classes is very important. Any question? Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? Let me know. Any question? Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? Okay, let's look at Euro Australian dollar. Wow, Euro Australian dollar is doing wonders. Yes, I've analyzed gold, Mr. Clement. So what bias do we have on Euro Australian dollar? Euro Australian dollar is bullish. and price is at a premium area. So after the close of yesterday, we had the price at a premium area and we should have sold. Okay, we should have sold. This is where we should have sold. Yeah, this was the last candle for yesterday market, and we had price at a premium area, and it has done over 76 pips. So we cannot buy from the current. Sorry, we cannot sell. It has already done over 70 pips, so we cannot sell. Okay, we cannot sell. So now price is approaching, is at discount, right? Price at a discount. If you apply your Fibonacci from this low, this high, but at the end of the day, this software will be updated. Okay, so price is currently at a discount area. Price is currently at a discount area. And since the bias is bullish, you can see our entry level one, entry level two. So if you want to buy, these are the areas or levels you should be considering buying. Okay, these are the areas you should be considering buying buying euro Australian dollar, euro Australian dollar. Okay, we've analyzed GBP USD. Okay, let me just revisit GBP USD and code. Then we end the class. Okay, so GBP USD bias is bullish. This bullish bias was dropped was generated on Monday. After the close of Monday candle, that was when this signal was generated by, and meaning that on Tuesday you should have bought. So if you had bought on Tuesday, you would have made close to 70 pips on Tuesday. And now you can see that price is at a premium area. Price is at a premium area. If you apply your Fibonacci from this swing high to this swing low, price has pulled back to a premium area. And at premium area, we should look for opportunity to sell. We should look for opportunity to sell. Okay, so that's my take on GBP USD. GBP USD is bearish, and if you are selling GBP USD, your first target should be the low of this candle. Technically, you can see the candlestick pattern that formed yesterday. It's a shooting star candle. It's a shooting star candle. So technically, GBP USD should sell. It's only fundamentals that will make GBP USD buy. Technically, GBP USD should sell. GBP USD should sell. Then let's look at gold. So gold gave us a bullish bias. That was several days ago. That was last week. Gold gave us the bias. After the formation of this candle, that was when we had this bullish bias for gold. And as you can see, gold has been buying. So if you had bought from this point, you would have made over 2,900 pips, 2,900 pips. So if you didn't buy from this point, I see no reason why you should be considering buying from this point. Even if it will do 1,000 pips from this point, 2,000 pips from this point, it's still not reasonable to take a buy from the current market price. If you want to buy, you should wait for price to pull back. You can see our entry level one and entry level two. This would be a very good area to consider buying. You cannot buy from the current market price unless you're willing to take a very high risk. I do not recommend. So patiently wait for price to pull back. So it's best to look for sell. It's best to look for sell rather than buy. Technically, but like I told you guys, the gold is driven by fundamentals at the moment. That's what is driving gold. But technically, gold is supposed to sell. Any other question? Any other question? Can you hear me? 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 So it appears there are no more questions. I want to appreciate every one of you for your participation. Mr. Tisibo, Mr. Joseph, Mr. Clemens, Mr. James, Bodo. I really appreciate you for your participation and I wish you all a profitable trading day. Bye for now.